Avengers! Happy Monday to you. I'm on my way to the tower as we speak. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, one and all. A little behind, sorry. Hey, we're on our way. We'll be there soon. It's gonna be a good show. It's gonna be a good week. We've got Moon Knight episode 3, which I think is gonna be straight fire. We've got maybe a Thor 4 trailer sometime. Maybe this week, maybe someday. All kinds of speculation about that, and then we've got a couple of juicy things to talk about, including Gorr the God Butcher. Look, we're gonna get into it. It's not all bad. We're gonna try to be fair. We're gonna try to be nuanced. We're gonna try to not freak out about it. So let's do that, and let's do it in the best way we can. The best way to do it, and that's together. I'm pulling into the tower. I'll see you in a second. Gorr's not that bad. Oh, Josh is so toxic. It's not even that bad. What's he complaining about?
I don't get what he's so mad about. Just Christian Bale, it's Taika Waititi, it's gonna be fine. Just so toxic these days. Why's he gotta do this?
Anyway. Yes. Oh, yes. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to another week. Welcome to another stream. It's going to be a good one, man. I think so. I think it's going to be pretty cool. Blinkers to the sky. Get it going on. Hope you guys had a good weekend. We'll talk a little bit about the weekend, talk about what was transpiring. Cool UFC. I know we're not a UFC channel, but I felt like that was cool. Some good fights. I know some of you guys are into that. Some fun stuff that we'll get into today. As I said, Moon Knight episode 3, watch party, excitement, preview video dropping later. It's going to be really fun. I'm excited, man. I've heard great things about episode 3. I think, and obviously we got to wait and see them all, but I think episode 3, because a lot of people are talking about like episode 4, because like the twist thing that's coming. No spoilers, but there is a big twist thing coming. And I think all of that's going to be really fun. But episode 3, I've heard from some folks, is like awesome, dude. Like very cool. And I think that juicy Moon Knight action that many of us have been looking for will take place in episode 3. So I'm excited for that. We'll be doing that watch party. That'll be super fun tomorrow. Some fun Star Wars stuff that we'll get into, of course, on Nerd Theory. If anything else crazy happens, I may do a video on it as well. But other than that, the real sort of news of the day, or the topics that I think a lot of fans are digging into, would be Gorr the God Butcher and the toy leaks, which we are going to go over. We'll look at all of that. We'll get into all of it, man, because it's pretty cool. Sort of looking at if the trailer's going to come or not. And also, I want to talk a little bit about Morbius. Now, here's the deal. Here's the dilly-dally with all of that. We did a couple of videos over the weekend. You know what I mean? I was kind of trying to make up for a lack of videos last week, as we are still in the process of moving and just, you know, things aren't perfectly fluid. And we took some days off of videos yesterday. We missed a stream on Thursday, et cetera, et cetera. And the sort of vibe, or some of the things that were going on in the comment section of those two videos, is really interesting. Like the Morbius defense crowd, and like a lot of people getting upset that I'm clowning on Morbius as much as I am, without seeing it, by the way. I still haven't seen the movie, and look, some people have a big fucking problem with that, okay? For whatever reason, people are so irritated, they're so mad that I haven't seen Morbius. And yet, look, by the way, never, ever claim to come out and give a review or a breakdown or anything like that of the film itself. Let me look at the chat. I got to get the chat pulled up. I want to make sure. I mean, I'm sure everybody's like, but I want to see it. I want to see it. yeah, man, some people are super upset. Super upset that I haven't seen the movie, and all kinds of like interesting comments about that. Like some people are saying like I owe it to everybody to see it, or like that I must see it, and all these different things, right? Bruh. Again, I've never once tried to come out here and claim that I'm talking about the objective take on the film itself. What I'm talking about, what I've been talking about, is the fact that they removed all of this stuff that was essentially used originally as a way to get people excited about the movie to go check out the movie. The Spider-Man thing, you know, Michael Morbius, all that sort of stuff, or rather, Vulture, all that sort of stuff being removed from it. And what I said then and what I'm saying now is that this is just a really whack way to promote a movie or to make a movie or to organize a shared universe, shared Spider-Man thing with Marvel Studios. And I said in the video on Saturday that I felt like Morbius was going to have a monumental drop off and be anywhere between 10 to $15 million in total gross, or at least domestically, right? And it did on the lower end of that, which is crazy to me. Like, I didn't even anticipate it actually going that direction or being that bad. But dude, guys, Morbius had the biggest drop off of a big comic book movie in a long time. Like, even worse than Dark Phoenix, even worse than the original Fantastic Four, or not the original, but the what was it, 2015 2016 Fantastic Four, the Josh Trank film. Massive drop off, looking at less than $100 million take domestic, probably total. Okay, probably less than, and this actually kind of blows me away, probably, and we don't know for sure, but probably less than $200 million total gross, total box office. And here's the thing about that, and I know there's some people out there that, I don't know, for whatever reason, and you know, everybody's free to have their opinions and see it the way that they want to see it, but there's this weird, like, it doesn't deserve it, or like all these different things about the movie. Bruh. Like, I don't know if I could like say like it objectively deserves that shit or whatever, but I think if ever there was a movie that needed to sort of send a signal to the studio, or to send a signal to the people that are actually in control of all of this, it's probably Morbius. Like, and it's not the quality of the film. Like, honestly, even if the movie was a masterpiece, which, like, by the way, nobody that's defending the movie is saying that it's a masterpiece. Everybody that's defending the movie is being like, it's not that bad. That's a really weak-ass way to defend a movie. Like, telling me it's not that bad doesn't exactly incite any kind of interest, excitement, or curiosity with the movie, right? Bruh. Sony needs to feel this hurting, to feel this pain, so that they don't just think they can make mediocre Spider-Man-esque shit, and that they can't just rely upon weird continuity that doesn't make any sense. Like, basically, the jig is completely up, in the sense that a lot of people believe that Sony's original plan, you know, again, you should go watch the video that we did on Saturday, because I think it really kind of gets into this in an interesting way, but the idea here is that even if you listen to the director's comments about it, it was going to be more convoluted and more whack before they changed it all. So Sony's original plan was to, like, basically treat continuity the same way that the Fox X-Men movies did, which is continuity schmontinuity. This is all Marvel. You'll eat it up and you'll like it. And I think that's just so obvious that for the majority of fans, that shit ain't going to work anymore. And the jig is completely up. I would say, make no mistake about it, like, this is a story, this is worth talking about, because this is a massive, I mean, the movie was cheap, right? But this is like, when you start to stack up, unless this has like a miracle turnaround for Morbius, when you start to stack up this movie in comparison to a lot of other Marvel movies and stuff, it's like wildly out of place, bruh. Remember thinking that if, like, Eternals didn't hit 500 milli, it was like, that would be bad or whatever? And I remember having conversations about Shang-Chi where we're just like, yo, 400 or 500 million, it still feels like that's not good enough or whatever. There's some people that think, by the way, I'm not in this camp. I haven't really done this to talk crap on the Batman like this, but there are some people that think that the Batman not making $1 billion or not crossing 800 or 900 milli is like a huge disappointment. I don't actually feel that way with regards to the Batman, but I bring it up because that's sort of the conversation out there. Well, in a world where all of those kind of conversations are dominating, social media and just the discourse around pop culture and these things, dude, coming in at less than 200 milli total is like ridiculous. Like it is. I already sort of knew this was going to happen, and this was the way that it was going to happen, but it has solidified itself now as being a pretty disastrous situation for Morbius. So I don't know. I just kind of wanted to bring that up because, again, I think it's worth talking about. I know everybody's, well, not everybody, obviously, but there's a contingent of folks that are like, it's not fair. It's not fair, and all of that. And that's fine. Again, I don't want to, belittle anybody's opinions or perspective on it, but like the ship has fucking sailed, bro. Like Morbius is a disaster. It'll be known as a disaster. And hopefully, I think the best thing that fans can hope for is that Kraven, which is setting up right now, is given way more care, and hopefully the plan between Marvel and Sony, and just in Sony's court, what they're doing with their multiverse is way more established and figured out. Because, I mean, what are they going to do if Kraven also bombs? Do you know what I mean? And part of the thing that I said on the video on Saturday as well is like, dude, if Kraven bombs, like, we're hearing about the Madam Web movie and shit. Like, dude, who gives a fuck? If all of these movies start to bomb, the perception will start to become, oh, well, all of that is garbage tier, C-level stuff anyways that's not really connected to the MCU. And then you sort of compound that, and you start to think about, like, Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire coming back. Yo, I'm dead-ass serious. Why would they want to come back if their movies are going to be controlled by Sony, and this is what continues to happen out there? Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I'm curious as to what you guys are thinking about this. But maybe, a good way to start today's stream, because as we get into Gorr and we talk about Gorr, which is, oh man, this is going to be fun. It's important to keep in mind that Gorr, Thor 4, and Marvel Studios, totally different game than what Sony is doing. And, like, thank God. You know what I mean? Basically, like, thank God that we have what we have over at Marvel Studios. We have what we have with Kevin Feige. And that it's not Sony. You know what I mean? That's good news. That's good news. But now, let's talk about Gorr, man. And by the way, I'm going to be taking a look at the chat. I certainly want to know if this Thor trailer comes out of nowhere and is released. Because, I mean, frankly, that would just be freaking wild. And there were, see if I can pull this up for you guys. There was a really fun little update. Here, I'll pull this up. This is one of the voice actors or dub people. I'm not even sure which language it is, to be completely honest. Oh, India. So they're dubbing this for India. And this was like yesterday this dropped out or whatever, saying that the trailer was done or whatnot. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of speculation. Like, I know everybody saw all the theories about when there's that image of, like, Taika, Thor, and is it I don't even remember who the third person was. It Natalie? Where they have, like, the fingers up or whatever, and everybody's like, yo, look at their fingers. Yo, look at their fingers. Shit's wild. Like, oh my God. Like, they're telling us an Illuminati type deal about when the trailer's coming out, et cetera, and all that, right? I don't buy it. I think they're just holding up their fingers or whatever. But the more days that go on, the more that we're like, bro, this trailer's gotta release, right? Because it's already the shortest time period between a first trailer and the release of the movie, unless they delay the movie. And people are concerned, man. People are worried. Oh, it was Tessa? Right on. Which, interestingly enough, kind of takes us to the place where when we get these toy leaks, as I said before, without footage without seeing it, without getting official releases of what it's going to look like on screen, to have our first sort of introduction to the official look of Gorr be that toy, wow. It's just not the best. You know what I mean? Like, not the best way to do it. And, bro, you know what's so funny? So, Moots is saying, like, Morbius is an April Fool's joke. To be honest with you, half of me thinks that it was always an April Fool's joke and that it's still not even a real movie. Like, part of me thinks that some of y'all are just, like, trolling me or, like, is this movie even real? Like, I don't even think this movie's real. Like, I kind of feel like it's just all been a big troll. And it's honestly making enough, well, it's making the type of money that maybe it didn't happen. And maybe we should all just pretend that it didn't happen, and that will be better for everybody, right? So let me ask you guys. I would like to know, you let me know, what are your thoughts on our first look at Gorr the God Butcher? You know what I mean? I'm going to leave up the liking poll, so we're not going to go to Poll Town just yet. But I would just like you to put in a chat, what was your first reaction to Gorr the God Butcher? Jen says, I wish it wasn't real. The toy looks like powder, and Voldemort had a baby. That's a good take. Good take. Yo, that dude Jake, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the super chats. I go over super chats in the back half of the stream as per usual, but I will definitely go over that. That's Gorr. We need to see it in live action. WTF Disney, meh. I don't care. Christian Bale's gonna kill it, and I'm glad he can use his actual face. Okay, that's an interesting take. He looks like ass, and this movie will be ass, says Supersonic Nate. Right on. Okay. Yeah. What's with the nose? Well, it's funny you say that. I actually want to pull up. I want to pull up a design, and I got to shift screens because I don't want you guys to see my DMs because I probably have, like, all the Moon Knight spoilers and, like, you know, what's actually happening in Doctor Strange and, like, all these crazy things, you know what I mean? So just give me a second here. I don't want you to see all this. But there's a dude that watches the show, James Cactus on Twitter, and he sent me, he does graphical work, and he sent me a couple of sort of redesigns of Gorr the God Butcher here, okay? And I want to show them to you now because I mean, they look dope, bro. You know? And again, yes, did we just go through this with, oh shit, hang on. Did we just go through this with the Grand Inquisitor? Yeah, we for sure did. So it's not going to show up super great for you guys. Let me know if you can see this or whatever. So obviously on the far left over here, we have Christian Bale, the actual design. And then you have a couple of different designs here done by this dude again. And you can see, like, just sort of taking the nose off doing this. I personally think that goes a long way to sort of fixing the design or making it look a little more cool. He, of course, has these sort of tendrils and things on him on here, which I think look really, really cool. And then if you notice on this design, he sort of takes this concept and then adds the sort of oozing to the all-black Necro Sword and the tendrils of, like, symbiote stuff and all that. Like, I think this is really, really damn cool. If you were to put, like, a black hood and a black cloak on this dude over here, I mean, that's damn comic accurate in my opinion, okay? Now, here's the deal. Obviously, we have a lot of faith in Taika, and we have a lot of faith in Marvel Studios, okay? Obviously. And this is, to be fair, looking at the character before we see it in live action. Okay? And so we want to try to, like, obviously withhold judgment until we see it in live action. But at the same time, it damn sure doesn't look as dope as Gorr looks in the comic books. Gorr is not just a cool-looking character. He's a really cool-looking character. His design is sweet, dude. And if you've ever seen some of the panels and shots of him fighting and doing these different things, it is amazing. You know what I mean? It is absolutely amazing. And this, to me, even though, of course, this looks better than the toy, the sort of side art version here, it's essentially just Christian Bale with some things going on, and he's holding this sword, which, to be frank, doesn't even look that dope. Okay? So, here's the thing. Oh, yeah, Trinity doesn't like Taika. I almost forgot you didn't like Taika, bro. So, then we're going to do that nerd thing. Okay, we're going to do that fucking nerd thing where we sit back and we overanalyze and we talk so much shit and we look into and think about all the different possibilities, all about this design for this toy. You're absolutely right. We're going to do that. We're going way too hard. So if your attitude is basically like, I don't think this discourse matters or is of import at all until we see the very trailer. Well, I just got to say maybe this isn't for you. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the discussion we're about to have is not for you. Teaser trailer for Thor just posted. Jeff, I don't believe it, bruh. I don't even believe it. I don't believe you, Jeff. Jeff, I think you messing with me, bruh. Is that Ebony Mom? Yeah. Dang, bro. You made me look, though. You made me look, Jeff. It's true. It's not true. You don't say that, Jeff. Okay, so let's talk about this. A couple of different things going on here. I think that maybe the best case scenario for me, and as far as from the visual design perspective, is hopefully this is just Gorr at one stage in the movie, and just like Thor will sort of upgrade and become more powerful, perhaps Gorr will become more powerful and maybe more corrupted by the all-black Necrosword as the movie goes on. Okay? So this is a possibility, of course, right? It's possible that the Gorr starts off as basically just Christian Bale. Now, I do want to show you guys something, and I don't really think that this is spoilers, especially because we're literally looking at it and talking about Gorr right now. But about 8 to 9 months ago, we did get behind the scenes photos that leaked showing what Christian Bale looks like, at least on set. Okay? So I'm going to show you guys that. You know, again, I don't really think these are spoilers. But again, this was like 8 or 9 months ago, and we got footage of Christian Bale on the set. Okay? And I bring this up because although, again, we don't know what it looks like in the movie, we do get some kind of an idea. And what's so ironic and crazy about this photograph is that this black cloak here is just being used to hide him from paparazzi and people that want to shoot it. And unfortunately not a part of the costume, because that's another thing that's confusing me is like, where's the black in his costume? Like, why is he all white? I don't really understand it. You know what I mean? And here's a shot right here of like maybe screen testing or before they do a sequence or something like that, right? So it appears that this is the look for the dude. And it is just going to be pretty much Christian Bale with some prosthetics and all white cloaks and things of that nature, okay? So, man, okay. Best case scenario, he's going to evolve over time. The sword will corrupt him, and he'll look more akin or more dope, more akin to the comic book version as we go along in the film. That's the best case scenario. Let me explain to you, like, sort of the worst case scenario and kind of take you through, like, what I'm talking about here, right? I really hope that this wasn't a decision made purposely to separate the connections that this character has in the comic books to Venom. Like, the all-black Necrosword in the comic books is awesome and also associated with the character of Null, the symbiote god, and the symbiotes themselves and all these different things, right? And so, man, would it suck if, like, the sort of company policy here, or what they wanted to do, was totally remove any connections to what the Necro Sword is in the comic books and Sony. Can't really blame them when Morbius is what it is, and it's like, what are they doing over there? But from a visual perspective, that would absolutely suck. And sometimes changes like this are made to comic book characters, right? So that could suck. It could also be a Taika thing. Like, he's got this really poppy visual palette. It seems like it's going to be really, really colorful, really fun. What if he intentionally wants Gorr to stick out like a sore thumb, even within the palette of this film? That you have this crazy poppiness, all this crazy stuff. And then, like, this dude kind of comes out of the crowd in New Asgard, and you're like, who's this dude? Like, what is this, like, you know, Bill and Ted's Death, Uncle Fester looking motherfucker? What's this guy about? What's he doing? And then he pulls out a sword, which seems to be just a sword, and then the sword is used, and it can kill gods. You know what I mean? And with, you know, we can't make a final judgment on that because we don't know what it's going to look like. But honestly, bro, that's kind of annoying too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not liking some of the scenarios that I'm, you know, speculating about with regards to the visual look of this. And I mean, again, I really just think, man, this stuff looks way cooler. And I know you want Christian Bale. Like, there's this idea that maybe it's Christian Bale. Like, maybe it's just there's a Christian Bale thing. Like, he wants to have his face seen. You don't cover up Christian Bale. You don't put baby in a corner. Whatever, dude. Come on, man. This is the MCU, bruh. Like, you're definitely not bigger than the MCU. You're definitely not bigger than the Marvel fan base. It's just crazy to me. If that's the compromise and that's what's being done, like, ugh. Like, that's, it's kind of fucking lame. So, look, without making a final judgment and all of that, it does bother me, bro. You know? And I'm not super down with this design of Gorr or with the design of the Necro Sword. Like, what's the deal, man? Now, having said all of that, again, to sort of just kind of retread to the place we were at before, we got to trust Taika. You know what I mean? We got to trust Taika. We got to trust Marvel Studios and all of that. And it's really the only part of this that I think is bothersome or worrisome at all. Now, just go over a couple of other things that we talked about in the video yesterday. I want to talk about Jane Foster Thor, and I want to talk about just the evolution of Thor and some of the things that we're seeing in the box art and the things in the description, right? So one of the things that I found kind of interesting here, it's more or less confirmed that King Valkyrie, that she's going to be going with the Thor and with Jane to fight against Gorr. Because, like, basically in all of the extended box art, which has the descriptions, like right here, it says, when a dangerous new visitor threatens the livelihood of New Asgard, King Valkyrie is forced to take up her sword once more to defend her people. Right? So, look, man, Gorr's going to show up to New Asgard, fuck some shit up, and then it's everybody, like, all hands on deck. We're going to go after him. Jane Foster's life is forever changed when she mysteriously comes to possess the hammer of Mjolnir and the power of the mighty Thor. Cool. Thor's description here says he wields the mighty Stormbreaker against a terrifying new foe. I wonder who that could be. You know, wielding a strange and terrifying weapon. Looks like a just regular ass sword to me. Gorr will let nothing stand in his way. Okay. So again, that's kind of where we think this is all going. Now, what I think is interesting about Jane's toy is that there is a version of her without the helmet and a version with the helmet. I commented on this yesterday, and in the comic books during this run, there was a time when nobody knew who she was. Nobody knew who the female Thor's true identity was, and I wonder if that will be played upon in the film at all. Because otherwise, like the two heads here, nobody else has two versions of their own head. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking that, but I think it could be the case that there might be a part of the film where Thor doesn't know who this Thor is, and that mystery is sort of intriguing and played upon or whatever, right? So that's kind of fun. Also, with the Star-Lord figure and the box art on the side of that, which I wonder, did we get an extended version of his box art? Like, where's the extended version of his stuff? I don't really see it. But I think you could see he's got this beard. He's looking better in shape, and his hair's different. So I'm really excited to see what we think is probably at the first act, where Thor is still hanging out with the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's got a Ravenger's coat, in blue jeans, doing his thing. That's going to be really, really fun. Then he'll sort of come to realize what's going on with New Asgard and with Gorr and all those different things. So it's going to be really fun to see all of them together and interact. And, you know, even though we did just talk about Gorr for a good bit and like, ah, man, Gorr seems like it's a bummer, the word on the street, as it were, the buzz about this movie, and this came from Big Screen Leaks and some other insiders and scoopers were talking about this as well. This film is testing right now, and people absolutely love this movie. Like, there were people saying that one of the screenings got a standing ovation. And I just, look, man, Ragnarok is dope. It's one of the best movies in the MCU. I really do like Taika, and I think that him with Marvel is such a perfect fit. I get a little worrisome about his style and sensibilities in Star Wars, but in Marvel, I think it's perfect. Ragnarok is charming, funny, hilarious, and has dope action. And I think we're going to get that sort of leveled up with Thor, Love and Thunder. I'm incredibly excited for Love and Thunder. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. Dope summer movie, Taika, poppy style and all that. And, you know, look, maybe Gorr's going to just be like weird and different than I wanted, but that doesn't necessarily kill my love, my vibe, or my hype for the film itself. So it's been a pretty interesting weekend and past couple of days with regards to these leaks and the discussion around Gorr and the excitement for the film. So, yeah. What do you think, guys? What do you make of all this craziness, man? And do you think we're going to get that trailer? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. And then I think that's going to probably do it for the main topics or news today. A little bit of a lighter news day. And I do want to save time, of course, to get into the super chats here. I will be going live at 1 p.m. for Nerd Ventures. So we'll do a little members stream. We should be good to go this Wednesday for our Nerd Ventures only watch party. We're going to watch X-Men First Class. Again, I do apologize about last week. We didn't get that going on. But we should have that going on today. Should be good to go. So probably, let me just double check, make sure there's no other crazy news out there. And then we'll just get into Q&A. Anything else going on in the nerdy world, guys? What else is going on? Anything else going on? What else is going on? Is there anything going on? I don't even know. Is there anything else? I mean, what else? What do I do with my hands? Oh, you know what's funny? One more thing I'll hit up. One more thing. Giancarlo Esposito seems to think that The Mandalorian Season 3 will drop in the summer. Let me just say, I don't think so. But having said that, if it did, and if we were to get like way more Star Wars content rolling out on a more consistent basis, like I wouldn't be mad. Like, are you kidding me? Like, y'all let me know in the chat. Like, would you love getting Mando in the summer, or do you think they should hold off and put it in like the fall or whatever? Because my thing is, you'll probably get Andor in August, and then you would get Mando at the end of the night or at the end of the year. And while you're chatting about that, Sonic. Dude, Sonic made a shit ton of money this weekend. It's pretty crazy. Depending on how you look at it, it's the biggest opening of a comic or a video game movie ever. Very, very hyped up. People are really excited about it. I wonder, did you guys go see Sonic 2? Because it seems dope. Check out my message about Moon Knight Episode 1. Alan, welcome back, man. Where'd you send that message, bruh? Was it about, like... I think I might have seen your message on that, bruh. Is the summer as in 2023? No. No. He says, Giancarlo Esposito says it will come out soon. Thinks maybe in the summer.
You'll get it soon. I've got a little few things to do in regard to that, to put some finishing touches on what I do.
Okay.
But I believe it'll be sometime this summer. No date set yet, but coming soon.
Okay. How, again...
I'll run that back.
When do I and my children, the whole family, get more Mandalorian?
You'll get it soon. I've got a little few things to do in regard to that, to put some finishing touches on what I do.
Okay.
But I believe it'll be sometime this summer. No date set yet, but coming soon.
Okay. How...
Sometime this summer. Like, that's wild. Like, he's saying, like, he feels like it's wrapped. Like, it's like they're rounding the bend and that they'll get it sometime this summer. But again, maybe he's just saying that in the sense of, like, that's when you'll get the trailer and start getting info and stuff like that. But who knows, man? I mean, you know, Star Wars Celebration has the ability, has the opportunity to, like, just really blow our hair back as Star Wars fans and, like, get shit popping, as it were. You know what I mean? Okay, let me try to get this super chat dealie going on here. Everybody relax. Everybody relax. What the fuck? Why is that happening? Okay, we'll have that going on there. We'll pull this going on over here. And then we'll do this. Yeah! Okay, cool. All right, let's go over these super chats, guys. Let's see what y'all are saying. I think there was one that maybe I missed too before the stream started or whatever. So I apologize if I miss one. Of course, super chats support the channel, help us out. Blah, 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 blah. If you've got a little loot and you want to throw it at the channel, that would be great. If not, don't worry about it. We'll hang out in the chat. I also want to say, I don't really want to say anything else. I just want to say that you guys are cool. You know, you guys would be all right. Let's start with James, member for 7 months, says, hype for Thor trailer. Do you think it's delayed related to the gods we might see in Moon Knight? I would love that to be the case. That'd be such a fun thing. And, you know, I was just talking to Elisa about Moon Knight today, this morning before we went live. And I was like, you know, look, I love Moon Knight. I think it's fire. But there is something to be said for the lack of MCU connections and what that is doing to the vibe for the discussion around the show and the hype around it, right? So, like, in some ways, like, even if you look at like WandaVision or Hawkeye, like, I feel like the opening to Hawkeye with Kate Bishop witnessing the attack in New York and seeing Hawkeye, it's awesome. It's awesome. It adds a lot to it, and, you know, just, you know, the Kingpin aspect to it, understanding all that. When Monica gets snapped away in WandaVision and you, like, feel like you're, whoa, this is what's going on in the MCU. This is what it is, you know, all that sort of stuff. It matters a great deal, and it really draws you in. All sorts of examples of this in the other shows, including Loki. And this show is super isolated and just sort of confined to Mark and Steven and Khonshu and these characters. And I love the show, but it's interesting the difference with the discourse and what's going on with that show. If the gods in Moon Knight, like episode 3 has the opportunity to really open that up, which I talk more about in the preview video, which I'll do today. Yeah, there's a great opportunity to sort of open that up. And maybe it has something to do with, like, Bast and the gods that we'll see in Thor: Love and Thunder. That would be incredible, because I really wouldn't mind there being some strong MCU consequence or continuity with Moon Knight. So either way, man, I appreciate that question. Eddie H with a $2 holla says, hi, what's up, bro? SMB963 with a $10 holla, very generous, man, says, had a busy weekend and missed a few streams, but I'm back and ready for blinker nonsense. I wonder if you remember my name. Hint, I'm not a short Syrian coworker, but we share same names. Much love. Mustafa. Of course, Musti. Or Mustafar? I think it's Mustafa. Appreciate you, bro. I heard no trailer until Multiverse of Madness comes out. Spoilers. So I have heard that might be what they want to do with it, but I've not heard, like, that you won't get one until Multiverse of Madness. Do you know what I mean? Like, that would be kind of weird to me if they waited that long to do it. I don't know. Just maybe that's just me, but I say you do a little both. Like, I do a teaser trailer and then put the full trailer out and put that in front of MOM, you know? Michael Chapman, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers, man. Feel the power of the Nerd Vengers flow through you. Stephen J, member for 22 months, man. Thank you for all the support. Says episode 1, Moon Knight. The first few minutes we see Oscar on screen, waking up in the morning. He is not Steven. His demeanor, calm and calculating. Deep in thought, assesses the room. Steven only comes in at 327. That is pretty interesting, pretty intriguing. You know, there's like a lot of Moon Knight stuff. There's Moon stuff that I want to talk about, but I can't like quite talk about without talking about like spoilers for episode 4 and potential spoilers for episode 5. But maybe that's the case, and we'll be able to look back at that and sort of investigate it with a different lens after we've seen future episodes. Either way, Steven, I appreciate you, bro. That's a cool perspective. Dude Jake C, $5 holla says, hey Josh, keep killing it. Way I look at Gorr redesign, that Taika doesn't want to cover an amazing performance from Bale in prosthetics and CGI. Yeah, that's fair, but I think you can still give a good performance with CGI. Like, do we not think that, was it Ray Fiennes or Ralph Fiennes? The guy that did Voldemort, I thought his performance was chilling. You know what I mean? And he doesn't have a freaking nose, bro. You know what I mean? So I hear you, bro, and I get what you're saying, and maybe that is something to do with it, but I still can't help but feel like, man, that ain't it, you know? And at the end of the day, like, this is just a part of the nerdy life, bro. This is a part of Nerd Vengeance in the streets. Something comes out, it makes waves, we talk about it. That's our process. That's what we do. You know what I mean? So without completely condemning or, you know, giving my seal of approval, I'm like, Daniel Fisher, member for 14 months. Thanks, bro, for all that support. Says Gorr reminded me of Balok from Carbamite Maneuver from Star Trek. I'm not a Star Trek person, so I don't know what that means. I'll have to look it up. Balok. Interesting. Thanks, bro. Aiden Talks says, yo, Josh, first time catching a live stream in a minute. Sleep schedule been effed up. But I've been in the watch parties. Nerd Vengeance for life. Love you, bro. Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate the support and no worries at all. Life takes us in different places, man. Maybe one of these days I'll be like, I'll come into a stream and be like, I haven't been to a stream in a while. And you guys will be like, yeah, we know because there hasn't been any fucking streams. But no, I'm just kidding. Brian O'Connor, member for 22 months, man. Appreciate all that support. Says, any chance the toy is from early in the movie and he'll look different / better later in the movie as he gets more corrupted? Yes, Brian, 100%. I covered this earlier in the stream. Maybe you weren't here. Maybe I said it before you sent that or after you sent that or whatever. But yeah, I think that's possible, man. Like, that's actually probably best case scenario, in my opinion, is that he gets more corrupted and becomes more evil, and maybe the sword does cooler shit later on. I don't know, man. I don't know. There could be some really, like, I personally hope it's not one of these things where Gorr is like, all this pomp and you know, celebration and fanciness from the gods. I hate it all. I dress plainly because I hate the gods and I hate everything to do with it. I'm not going to the Met Gala. Fuck these people. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that's not the approach. We'll see. YO Fett, member for 3 months, says, once again, fans do it better than Hollywood, just like with Apocalypse. It's not that different or difficult to get the look right. I'm weary. Yeah, for sure, bro. I totally understand, my guy. I totally understand. Oh, shit. Yo, my man did the one with the black... Hang on, let me see something here. Let me see. Okay, cool. This looks much better. Hang on 1 second, guys. I just want to show you this because the homie's watching, and he did a new design with the black cloak, and I think it's super cool. I mean, check this out, bros. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, he's got the black cloak. He's got everything going on there. Like you're telling me that that's too much? Like, or that Christian Bale couldn't give it a haunting, awesome performance there? like, it is a little odd, man. You know, we get, like, things like this, and then fans are like, oh, but here's how it should look. You know? I don't know. There's, like, the full versions from his to all the different versions that we could get. Black Cloak. I mean, that's so damn cool, bruh. Like, that last version there. Come on, man. Oh, well, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? What you gonna do? Yeah, YO, 100%, bro. 100%. Mike Howells with a $5 house. I really think they wanted it to be visually distinguishable from Voldemort. Marvel has done well with costume design. This was deliberate. Fair take. Fair take, Mike. Traditionally, yes, Marvel has done incredible with costume design. Their costume design is some of the best in the business. So, fair point. Alex says, this sword might corrupt in the same way Black Knight. Yeah, that's true. That's true, and that could be cool. And seeing some of that done would be awesome. I've sort of voiced my concerns about it, but yeah, that's a fair point. T-Love, a.k.a. the Silver Lurker, with a very generous $20 holla says, the same people that don't like how Gorr or Grand Inquisitor look are the same people that are wrong and think the Moon Knight costume is good CGI. That's right, I said it. I'm going down as the most hated nerd vendor of all time. T-Love, wait, this You don't say that. The Moon Knight costume looks dope, bro. You guys are crazy if you don't think the Moon Knight costume looks dope. That shit looks sick. CGI. That's what you get, T-Love. Thanks for the 20, though. You demand. MCU Drew with a $5 says, anything ever that is negative about the MCU is just incorrect. Moving on. Yo, you might be trolling there, but like sometimes I actually do feel like some Marvel fans are like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a giant Marvel fan. Like, I love Marvel Studios, bro. Like, are you kidding me? I love the MCU, and I love covering this stuff and making content about that. But for real, sometimes it does feel like you guys are like, any negativity spoken against Marvel Studios is hate, and we will not accept that around here, you know? Appreciate you, though. Pretty Nikki with a $20 holla, very generous, says, I hope the move is wrapping up well. I agree with you, and I'm not okay with a below-average Morbius movie. Have no desire to pay to see it. Shut your mouth and take my diaper fund money. Thank you very much, Pretty Nikki. And yeah, like, it is what it is. I have no desire to see this movie. Like, Venom is a little charming, and so I like that relationship. And I was super curious, of course, about what's going on with the Spider-Mans, you know? Morbius, though, like, I don't know. That is a confounding and confusing thing that they did, you know? And, look, I'm not trying to get on anybody's case here, but some of the discussion around Morbius is crazy to me. Like, not calling a spade, not saying that this is really Sony's fault. Like, why is there such weird defense of Sony? Like, are you fucking crazy, dude? I don't know. Purple Funk member for 4 months says, Josh, do you think Thor 4 will make more in theaters than Doctor Strange MOM? I'm thinking Multiverse of Madness will do 180 to 200 mil opening weekend. Thor 4 maybe 250. I think, honestly, that's fair because both of these movies, like, really, if you think about it, man, both these movies are going to be huge, but it is technically possible that Thor Love and Thunder is crazier. You know what I mean? Like, it's Taika, it's Thor. People love Thor, bro. And Jane Foster Thor, like, again, like, I know there's this whole, like, it's fucking woke, you know, kind of shit or whatever going on there. But we'll just see. Like, we'll just see in the numbers. Like, is that even a thing people are concerned about? Is it going to stop people from seeing the movie? I would say probably not. And I think the sort of cosmic promise of this film and where it could go is going to be very big. But Multiverse of Madness, I don't know, man. Like, to me, Multiverse of Madness is going to be a way crazier movie. And depending on how much leaks out there or the promotion, there might be enough of, like, the secrecy stuff and, like, yo, I got to see John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I got to see Tom Cruise Iron Man and shit like that. That we may hit a place where that kind of draw is really going to do some major work as far as creating legs for the film. But either way, they've got a couple of massive movies on their hands, and I think Wakanda Forever is going to be massive as well. Like, unfortunately, part of the Wakanda Forever buzz is going to be created by a lack of T'Challa and an interest to see how they're going to handle that. I hate that aspect of it, but it is what it is. And Namor, just, bruh, you tease out a little Doctor Doom in Wakanda Forever. Woo! We got some massive movies, bro. Massive movies on the way. Alan Ewald, welcome back, brother. Appreciate you. Godzilla vs. Power Rangers comic is hype AF. Is it? Okay. Might have to check that out. Might have to check that out. Kaylee Schmidt, $10 holla, very generous, says, hey, Josh, I've been a fan of your channel for a while, and I thought it was finally time to become a Nerd Venger. You've created such a cool community here. Keep up the great content. Well, Kaylee, thank you so much. Welcome to the Nerd Vengers. It's good to have you. Make your way around the tower. We've got a lot of awesome Lady Vengers as well as Dude Bro Vengers. Dude Bro Vengers? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. Either way, Kaylee, thank you so much for the love. And, yeah, happy to see you, man. We'll see you, like, Wednesday night. Come on by. We'll watch X-Men together. Talk a bunch of crap, do all the things we do. Mandalore with a $5 holla says, hey, brother, thinking Mando 3 will be set loss after Bad Batch and Andorra, a Disney Christmas present, if you will. Also, you're still but not really. Appreciate you, brother. I think what you're saying is Mando Season 3 will probably be set after Bad Batch and Andor. I don't know. Maybe you were riding a roller coaster while sending that message in or something, because damn, dog, that's a little bit messy. But much love. And yeah, you might be onto something there. The clarity will likely come from Star Wars Celebration. So Alexis Lawson with a $10 holla, very generous, says, hey, my favorite YouTuber, always hype when I see a nerdy video pop up. Thanks for all you do, Josh. Much love, my guy. Thank you. Is it Alexis? Is it is this a Russian, like you're? Are you a boy or a girl or what? Alexis, Alexi, Peter says, can't wait for Love and Thunder. Bought a whole row for Multiverse of Madness, bro. Damn, dog, that is pretty crazy. That is pretty wild. Naaman says for the $5 holla, just wanted comic book Gorr since I know Marvel and Taika are changing the storyline, and this is the only Gorr. Kind of feels like Taskmaster. Ooh! We might have a Taskmaster 2.0. I mean, to be fair, Taskmaster is a thing. It did happen, and there have been other things like this in Marvel, so I don't know. We'll see. Mike House, member for 22 months, says, true subplot of Love and Thunder, Gorr is actually Drax's albino brother hunting the gods. LOL, JK. Wouldn't that be wild, bro? Wouldn't that be wild? Kendall says, do you think they could have changed Gorr up because of Hela and Ragnarok basically having Gorr's powers? Yeah, that could be the case as well, bro. There could be all sorts of reasons why they're like, thinking about making that change or making that change. There's a lot to it. And, I'm trying to be fair here. We haven't seen it on the screen. We don't know for sure. There could be all sorts of explanations for what's going on there. But maybe, bro. Leonard says, black robe for Gorr would be more striking. Not feeling the all-white, to be honest. Despite the nose, black robe could go a long way. Sonic 2 was dope. So, first of all, man, I'm glad that you liked Sonic 2. I really want to check it out. I really do. Yeah, haven't even seen the first one, though. Yeah, the black robe could go a long way. I don't really know what the thought process is behind it, and maybe it'll make sense when we see it in the film, right? But for now, all we've got is what we've got, and we're kind of like, bro, what? And that's fair, too. Ryan Shelton with a $2 holla says, after Thor 4, will we get Noel in Marvel? Bro, that would be sick, but it almost feels like they're purposely making him look like this because they're like, no, Noel, no, Sony, stay over there. Venom, what? You're over here? You're going right the fuck back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We'll see. Jack Delasola with a $10 holla, very generous, says, Josh, in Captain America Winter Soldier, they mentioned Stephen Strange, Bruce Banner, and they interrogate Pierce. They also mention someone in Cairo. Do you think that's Mark Spector? Yes. I believe we talked about that way back where we were like, the man in Cairo? Holy shit. Like, that's got to be Mark. That's got to be Moon Knight. And I think you're getting a lot more Mark in episode 3 and a lot more explanation of, like, his exploits, what's going on with him. And I'm here for it. Lars says, you seen all these Jada Red Table videos? Yeah, bro, I have, Lar. And I'll just say this. Like, I'm not trying to, like, obviously, like, that's not really the type of content that we do over here. But to be fair, like, we keep it a buck and we try to talk about things you guys want to talk about. I will say that these videos are not painting Jada in a very good light. And I'm starting to think, like, get the fuck out of there, Will. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, especially the birthday one or, like, that one that's going around where he looks, like, super shook. Ugh. It's heartbreaking. You never know the full story, but it's not a good look. Jack says, for a member for 12 months, Josh, Venom is reported to be multiverse film. Think they can tie Morbius, Craven, and Spider-Man all together with it? I think you're talking about Venom 3. That is the report out there. I mean, they obviously could. But, like, here's what it is. Like, are they sitting down at a table and stuff and being like, okay, here's the multiverse. Here's our understanding of it. Here's all the interesting, awesome ways that we could do this. Here's some things that the fans would really, really like. And let's really think through this. Or are they saying, like, multiverse sells? They got, like, a big cigar. It's like, multiverse sells. Keep rocking out those villain movies. Where's Spider-Man's? We want Spider-Man's. Throw the Spider-Man's into Morbius 2 Venom 3 shit. You know, like, is that what's going on, bro? I don't know. But I don't like it. Galen Merrick text Venger. Member for 15 months says, hype. 420 Vengers for life. Blink them if you got them, man. C-Dub, $5 holla says, took my son to see Sonic 2 over the weekend. We both recommend it. Great to be back nerd venging this week. Hey, I appreciate you, C-Dub. And I'm glad you and the son had a good time with Venom, man. I'm excited. That's cool. Matei says, maybe they're hiding the Gorr/Venom stuff like they hid Thor's new lightning powers in the Thor 3 promo. I am just glad they got bail for it. I don't care. Take my money. Fair take. We got to be fair about this. We don't know how it's going to look. Blah, 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 blah. But why does it got to look like that? Why does it got to be like that? Anyway, appreciate you, Matei. Peter B. Parker with a $2 holla says, for Nerd Theory, I have a theory about snips. I bet a couple people got some snips theories. You know what I'm saying? Couple people got them snips theories, bruh. And why can I not see this last super chat here by T-Love? Let me try to get it pulled up here. Small edit. The Moon Knight costume looks 100% dope, but obvious CGI is obvious. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Show is still a 9 out of 10, but I always notice the CGI. Gorr and the Grand Inquisitor don't look that great at all. Now take my money. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What time is Nerd Theory? 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I believe. Okay, let's hang in the chat for just a little bit, guys. Then I got to get out of here. I'm going to try to record my Moon Knight preview video. Send that over maybe to Fernie, maybe to Elisa. I'm actually not sure. And then I will see you guys at 1 p.m. for a Nerd Vengers stream. We'll keep it moving. Christian Bale's name recognition isn't worth it to me. Give me a good actor with more comic book accurate aesthetics, says Papa Cotty. I mean, I kind of agree. Do I listen to Kodak Black? No, I'm not sure what that is. Is that a band? Is that a rapper? And Ethan Hawke is a weird rendition of Dracula and will be in Blade as one of the villains. I don't think he's Dracula at all, bruh. Dr. Doom, is he confirmed for Black Panther 2? Not confirmed, Will, but I think that it's pretty much confirmed that he will have a presence in some way. Maybe post-credity, maybe it's just alluded to or whatever, but I think his machinations are on display. He's a mid-rapper. Right on. Snips? Nips? Like snips nips? Or snips nips? I don't know. Why has no one talked about White Vision? Oh, bro, who knows? Who knows with that White Vision where he's like, I am Vision, so I got to get the fuck out of here. Or maybe he left the stove on or something, you know? Got a job interview in an hour. What do I do? Well, kind of depends on the job. You know what I mean? You need context. You need all of that. But I think, Jay, what you got to do is you got to say, look, here's the deal. I'm a really cool fucking guy. I'm going to work hard, but let's be honest, this job ain't all that. All you need is somebody to do these tasks and not make too much noise, not fuck it up, and not be annoying. I'm that guy. So shut your mouth and give me this job. That's what you do. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, Fred? The trailer's out? Oh, yeah, the trailer's out? And I should go look at it? Oh, I should go peek and see if it's out? Is that what's up? Anyway. Cool. Yeah, please let me know. Let me know how that works out for you. What if you're annoying though? I can't hide it. For you, Mas, I would say I would probably be like, look, I'm gonna bug you a little bit. I'm gonna be a little annoying. I'm gonna be petty about some stuff, but I think I'm a valuable member of the team, and everybody needs one of those people. And as far as those people go, I'm not bad. You know, and also I know a lot about Dune, and so when the next movie comes out, like I got y'all. You know what I mean? That's maybe try that. I don't know. Have I seen Morbius yet? No. No. Do you think the trailer will come today? I don't actually. No, I don't. What if the gore we are seeing is early in the story? Totally true. Totally fair. Yeah, could be. Oh, yeah. As far as the UFC, John, I saw somebody talking about Chimaev. Bruh. Am I the only person that thinks Gilbert Burns won that fight? Like, am I the only person that thinks Gilbert Burns won that fight? Like, I don't know. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know, man. I felt like he pushed the pace more, Burns. I feel like Burns, you know, especially after the first round, just pushed the pace more, landed way more power shots, and like Chimaev looked good. Like, don't get me wrong, like he looked good, but like I felt like that was literally some of the best I've seen Burns look ever. Like, that was crazy, bro. Like, I was like, oh my God. I was like, who is this man? You know? So, I don't know. Yeah, I saw that, Sebastian. Yeah. Given that Zaslav said he's proud of Batman v Superman, you think he'll approve more Snyder movies? Do you think DC will separate fans into rated R and rated PG-13, or bring us all together? Who knows, man? There's a lot going on with DC right now. We really don't know for sure what it'll look like, where it's going. But seen a lot of moves. You know, Trev actually brought something. I don't know if Trev's in here right now, but he brought something very interesting up, where if you look at some of the buzz after the sort of first meetings and memos and things that are going out from Zaslav and those kind of things, J.J. Abrams is not really attached to a lot of their sort of like upcoming stuff. Like, let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, as far as development deals, and this was in the Variety article, key development deals with Matt Reeves, Greg Berlanti, Ava DuVernay, all these different things. JJ's not listed. You know, kind of interesting. I don't know what it means exactly. But DC has so much cleaning up to do, so many different things that need to happen. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I did see that actually. Toby's living his best life, 100%. Okay, guys, let's get on out of here. Much love. Thank you all. Thank you all for the support. And also, JP, welcome back, brother. Welcome back. Oh, it's a message. White Vision got an acting job on Raised by Wolves. This says 3 months. I'm 2 days away from Diamond. Whoa, it says 6 months on my end, brother. I don't know. Must be some kind of glitch on YouTube's end or whatever. Anyway. Much love to you all. Good first stream of the week. I'm super excited about Moon Knight Episode 3. I'm super excited about the possibility of Thor 4 trailer. And who knows what other news and updates will be coming out. So thank you guys for another awesome stream. We'll be back at it. Nerd Theory tonight. Stream tomorrow morning. Watch party tomorrow night. It's going to be a good week. Much love to you all. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody sneeze? I did. Yeah. Gorr, the great comic book design butcher, more like it. I mean, I don't know, guys. Like, trying to be fair here, but it doesn't look that great, bro. Bro, why you look like freaking bargain bullshit? Wait a minute. Hang on now. Michael Waldron is seemingly writing the X-Men project for Marvel Studios? Hang on now. This is unsubstantiated. And yet, I'm super hyped. Woo! Anyways, I'll see you guys at 1. Videos are coming. Remember, open up your third eye. Watch out for your brown eye. And shut your mouth.